If you always wanted to create a software program and you knew there was a problem that you could solve with an automation, but you couldn't even imagine having to hire developers and an entire team in order to solve that problem, well, listen up to this episode because I'm going to give you the solution that I'm using to do exactly that and solve very specific problems in our marketing and business ecosystem without the need of software developers and with only my knowledge of the niche, the problem, and the way to solve it. And I'm building it myself. Come along on the ride with me if you dare. If you're tired of the standard business and marketing fundamentals, frameworks, and funnels, you need a little mischief. Get ready to turn up the volume on the CEO Mischief Maker podcast, where you access conversations with seasoned business owners who have smashed through mindset barriers, innovated the standard boring business and marketing playbooks, and executed future-paced strategies with bleeding-edge tools and tactics to micro-fail their way into massive success and growth. We are Mindset Impact Strategic Catalysts helping innovative entrepreneurs focus. We are CEO Mischief Makers. Ready to make a little mischief? Hey, CEO Mischief Makers, MKJ here, and this is going to be an episode that I hope you truly enjoy because I'm going to take you on a journey with me over the last, about a year and a half now that I've been experimenting in this new world. And we're going to start where we always start with this podcast, which is mindset. So let me kind of take you through this and share with you what we're going to talk about over these next 3 episodes. And I hope you find it as valuable as I have found it, living it, and also how the people in my community who've been following me have found it because they are now living it as well. So first off, this mindset is going to be tackling the difference between a service business mindset and a true product business mindset. So bear with me. My first business, when I first started in entrepreneurship in 2003, was manufacturing and customizing maternity shirts. And I'm talking novelty maternity shirts with sayings on the belly, like "Don't touch it, kicks," or "Womb edition, currently under construction, already over budget." Right? So that's an actual product. I came up with the design. I had the shirts manufactured. I created or actually purchased the tools in order to take that design and be able to transfer it onto an actual maternity shirt. I built the website. I built the shopping cart. I handled all customer service and email inquiries. I did all the advertising, and I was the business. And this was in 2003. So understandably, I was the business. The tools we have today were not available then. But what I had to do with that product was the same as I have to do now with my new product. And I think this is the only reason that I understand this product mindset so clearly is because I started my entrepreneurial journey with it. So let's start with that product. I created what I had wanted. Truly, it started with that first maternity shirt, which was after 2 miscarriages. And I finally had my first son actually carry him to term. I felt like I had finally passed the toughest college class I'd ever taken. And so with that idea, after we got past the danger period in the first trimester, I went to a Target, bought a blank white maternity shirt. I designed on my Windows 98 PC, yes, that's dating me, a Excel spreadsheet that was the design of a fall semester report card. And so I went down to a local sports shop and I asked, "Can you put this design on this shirt?" They said, "Sure." They gave it to me, and I wore that. And I got responses from people. So that was my first introduction into the fact that when I made something for myself, other people needed it and wanted it. I listened to customers after that. I created the initial product, offered it, created a bunch of different designs that I thought people would want, created the website and started offering it. And then I started listening to customers. They came to me and said, "Well, what about twins?" I didn't have experience with twins. So I said, wow, what is that like? And asked questions and got deeper into the idea of what would it be like to actually be pregnant with twins and what happens after you have twins. And so I came up with more twin designs, talking to some of my friends that had twins. And I added those designs to my site, and on it went. That's a product mindset. You start with a product. You're not going, yes, I could customize it. I could have added, add your own name or things like that. But again, that's not really customizing in the sense of an agency or a service-based business. This is product iterations, if you will. That's what a product needs to do. You iterate the product. You offer what people need. You iterate it based on customer feedback, and you support your product. That's a product. Now, let's go to the service industry. So, of course, 2008 hit, right? And if you have been around long enough, you know what happened in 2008. Retail took a dive, and I was an online retailer. So I had inventory, I had all these things, and 2008 just destroyed me. I didn't go bankrupt. I didn't, do all those things. I was able to cash in a bunch of stuff to be able to pay off my debts, but it destroyed my business. Then I turned, because I had all these skills. People came to me and said, hey, you know how to do this. You know how to set up a website. You know how to handle marketing. You know how to do ads. You know how to do landing pages like lead pages or click funnels, things like that. So they came to me and said, how do I do that? And I now became an accidental agency. I was a service-based business. So all the way through, I was dabbling in all these softwares. But when I hit 2017, we're talking 10 years later, when I hit 2017, I had all this experience dabbling in all these softwares and kind of doing things for people. And now chatbots hit the world through Facebook Messenger chatbots. And I was like, okay, this makes sense. And I created a marketing service that customers wanted, that customers were asking me to provide for them. But the difference is I customized my services using the software. Okay. Typically, you think of SaaS, software as a service, like ManyChat, right? They develop the software, the framework, and I, as an agency owner, have to come in and customize that framework to accommodate the particular client, or I have to customize it to accommodate my own business. No matter what, the framework is not the final product. You have to do something to it in order to make it a product worthy of your time and money and effort. So I customized services like ManyChat, lead pages, Kajabi, ClickFunnels, right? All those things. And I charged high ticket prices to do that customization for every individual client. So do you see the difference between a service and a product? Let me dive a little bit deeper, because in a service, you also have to create this product, if you will, this process through this no-code software as a service, like a ManyChat or a ClickFunnels. So you create this framework for a particular client. Once it's created, your job is done. Most of the time, people would pay you for that particular service, unless they hire you with a retainer and actually ask you to iterate as you go. But no matter what, that iteration has to be on that initial thing you built. You can't take that initial thing you built and offer it to a bunch of other people without iterating it for those other businesses, right? So I did that with webinars, created a framework in ManyChat for webinar re-engagement to get people to show up for a webinar and then purchase after the webinar was done. Well, I can create that framework for anyone who wants to host a webinar, but I still have to then take that framework, put it on another client, and customize it for that client. That's the difference between a service mindset and an actual product mindset, where you create it once, you iterate the benefits of that particular product. You might add some additional tools or things that this product might do in an actual product mindset. But in the service, you actually have to iterate that exact framework for each client, customize it and iterate it for each client. So once you build it, it's built for that person and that person only. And then you have to go take what you built and put it on another client's framework or another client's account and customize it for that client. That's the difference between service and product. Each time a client hired me in a service, I built a one-off customized solution for them, even if I used one of my templates. And if the client needed changes to that one-off, I couldn't make changes to one tool that I had built, one solution I had built, and have those changes carry over to all of the other solutions I've built. I can't do that. I have to go and customize for each person. So that's the difference. If a client needed changes, they needed to hire me again and pay me another high ticket fee in order to make adjustments or iterations after the fact, or keep me on a monthly retainer, whichever they need. So now let's come to my new SaaS product, software as a subscription. This is very different. This is just like my first business, only it's even better. I don't have any inventory. I don't have to any tools that I have to buy, any big pieces of equipment that I had when I was creating maternity shirts, right? I had a heat press. I had really specialized printers with archival inks so that I could print these and have them stay in the fabric. And then I would have to package them and put them in a box, right? That's a physical product. This is a software as a subscription product. I create an automation for a specific task that people want, like, for example, organic growth of their Facebook groups or finding qualified guests for their podcast. Okay? Those are specific tasks that need and can be automated. Then once I build that and I test it and I do it, actually gather the data myself and make sure it works for myself. Then I go into my beta group and ask them to test it as well, make sure it works. And then once I offer it to the world, I respond to customer requests for additional features and decide which of those features are worth iterating my initial software task to further define the scope, purpose, and outcome for my paying clients, for my paying customers. I offer no customizations of the software and the tasks that it offers, and the customers enjoy collection and manipulation of their own personal data generated by my TaskBot, which is an automation that performs a specific task with a specific outcome. My main goal and purpose with these products is to iterate features and outcomes and provide customer service and maintenance to keep customers happy and outcomes valuable. And I do this by using a no-code tool that allows me to build these automations, but I don't have to customize them anymore, like a no-code tool like ManyChat or GHL. GHL is a perfect example of you got to customize a lot. Not saying it's bad. I'm just saying when GHL allows you to build a SaaS in their platform, yes, you're building a software as a service. You still have to provide service, one-off service, for each client, no matter how templatized you have it. You still have to somebody has to customize it. Somebody has to spend the time, energy, and money to customize that SaaS. No more. Now you can build a TaskBot, get down to the granular level, and build a software as a subscription that performs a specific task. And you don't have to customize anything. Remove the service from SaaS and only enjoy the monthly recurring revenue. That is a product, a true product, digital product mindset versus a physical product mindset versus a service mindset. Are you with me? Are you looking for this? If you are, if you're a builder of any kind and you've been in this world and you've automated, you've customized all these different tools that I've talked about and many, many more that are available, then hang on for the next installment in this podcast series, because next I'm going to share the impact and innovation that you can have with these new tools. This is the only one I know of so far. Actually, I'm sure there will be many more in the coming months and years, but this one It's allowing me to do amazing things. And I've been working with this company now for about a little over a year, 16 months, almost a year and a half at the time of this recording. And I'm telling you, my goals are lofty and they are absolutely possible. So if you're ready to join me in this journey of software as a subscription, where we remove the service part of SaaS and only enjoy the recurring monthly revenue, then I'll see you on the next episode. Okay, hold on. If your mindset was shifted, you were inspired to innovate, and you were spurred into action, don't just move on with your day. Focus, my friend, and take a few minutes to visit CEOmischiefmaker.com to learn more about the value that was shared with you today. Please act now and create some CEO mischief of your own.